And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in the Long Dark, where we've made it to the camp office on our way out to the far territories. We did pick up a sprain fairly recently, so we're a little bit, well, a little bit unable to sprint. It's not a real concern, but it's a thing that has been inflicted onto us due to my bad luck today. The weather is reasonably well, so I'm kind of planning on trying to push through, straight through the muskeg and out to the broken railway. Where we'll probably
I don't feel so
spend the
good.
night to get rid of the sprain. Plus, at some point, we've got good weather, but good weather doesn't last forever. Guessing you're in the divot? There's the wolf. Okay, no, it sounds like he's running the way we're going. We'll probably have to scare him off again. No, apparently from a weather standpoint, the torch is the difference between us being cold and warm, which means it's a good thing we've got the torch lit at this point.
I don't feel so good.
Okay, he's behind us. We can just walk him the rest of the way. He's not going to follow us through the transition up here, so... He shouldn't attack us through the torch.
Damn, that smarts.
There's another one up on the rails in front of us, but I think you can only be followed by one wolf at a time. So the second one over here should leave us alone. There might be a handoff, it might be one stops growling as the other one starts, but... But we do need to be careful. We get too close to that one will still jump us, it just won't stalk us. So I suppose one problem with the path we're going to be taking is there isn't actually a lot of fuel along the path. One reason I picked up coal before we left. Worst case scenario, we can always start a fire with the one stick we have, stick the piece of coal in it, and then up to 21-degree fire does some of the torch we have for the stick back. Yeah, this weather it should just be a quick jaunt across the muskeg following the railroad tracks to get to Broken Railway. As long as we don't run into the bear on the tracks on the way.
That hurts.
So there's one problem I've got with my current set of torches. All my torches are good. So they're all going to last for quite a while, but it also means we're burning good torches. is that odd, awkward feeling when you're really late in the game where it's like every torch is a good torch. It's like, okay, well that still means you need to burn them. Okay, I don't see the bear in our path. That bear cave over there is an active bear cave, so there's a bear that wanders around here. And he generally doesn't wander into the camp or camp area here around the rail cars, but he can get pretty close. He can wander right up onto the railroad tracks over here, for example, or the other side.
Ah, damn, that's smarts.
So it does pay to be careful. Especially because I haven't killed that bear in this run yet, so the bear could be anywhere. Up in here, take a quick peek. Nothing we want. It's not a depleted flare, so if we did need an emergency flare, we could pick that up. I just realized I'm carrying around... I don't think I left any matches in mine, so I'm carrying around hundreds of matches. May want to leave a bunch of matches at the Broken Railroad. We are going overweight as we're walking here because we're physically getting more fatigued. That should put us back underweight for a little while due to the weight loss of drinking that water.
Oh, that hurts.
But yeah, nice, quick, calm walk across the muskeg. And the weather is playing along, so we're warm. It's always a good thing. We're gonna get one more weight savings from swapping torches, but I think after that, once we fatigue low enough that we're fatigue or overweight with the torches, we're gonna be overweight for the rest of the trip. Yeah, to be fair, that might be most of the rest of the trip here across the muskeg, so at least we got good speed crossing the muskeg.
Ah, damn, that's smarts.
Use the mic there a moment to scratch my itchy ear. Yeah, mostly nice calm walk across the muskeg. At this point, we're basically past the point where there's anything to be really worried about. Even if the weather did turn at this point, we should be able to safely pass into the Broken Railway area.
Ouch! Damn, that's That's smarts.
We are in dusk. It's getting a bit dusky.
It's getting dark out here. Time to look for shelter.
Well, that's basically what we're doing. We're looking for the Broken Railway maintenance shed. And we'll probably arrive there at nighttime, but get most of the trip done during the dusk. Well, most of what's left of the trip done during the dusk. From camp office to here took us about 11 minutes. That's including going through the inventory triage stuff, so pretty quick turnaround. And it's without any sprinting, because we actually have a sprained ankle. Hello, Twitch chat. Yeah, I'm having a good run. We're... oh, how many days? We're 200 something, almost 300 days into a interloper run. In this long run, we've did Faithful Cartographer in all the old main area of Big Bear Island. We've done Tail 1, we've done Tail 2, and we're on the way out to do Tail 3. And the trip out here from Coastal Highway has been pretty uneventful, pretty quick, pretty efficient. The only thing that's maybe not ideal is we got a sprain.
That hurts.
Picked up one sprained ankle as we were moving along the ridge in Mystery Lake. Thanks for saying good going. Has been going reasonably well. Hopefully I don't get killed doing tail number 3. I haven't done tail number 3, and I haven't done any of the tails besides the ones we've done in this run, so... it's been my first time doing all the tails. Gonna go out and do first time doing tail number 3. Hopefully, Sunder the Pass is not that rippy. And we can get that done as well.
I don't feel so good.
No, that's not right. There is a way, if you know what you're doing, to billy goat up here. Sometimes takes me a little bit of trial and error to get up and over. There we go.
Hurts a bit, but I'll make it. Hurts.
Oh, there's a wolf. It's one of the reasons we've been keeping this lit torch since last time we ran into wolves. Well, keeping the ignition going since last time we ran into wolves. So that we can scare wolves off that we run into. Has also been keeping us warm. For a lot of the walk, it's been keeping us just net positive. And to this point, it's probably keeping us, like, -2 when it would be -5. Oh, nice. You're very close to 700 days in your stalker run. That's great. I think my longest running stalker run was the one I'd initially done Faithful Cartographer on, where I went out to 50 days. I have not actually been past 500 yet.
I'm gonna need some first aid. Soon.
I think this is probably the farthest we've been at, or I've personally been out. So when we get to Broken Will, I'll go ahead and bring up the calendar and we can see how long into the game we are. Oh, I know that feeling. I don't... You're saying you won't get much further, I'll do something dumb and regret it, and like, I know that feeling. I've felt that way before, and I've done dumb things before. But yeah, I find the hardest few number of days in a run is all the way at the beginning.
That smarts a bit.
It tends to get a little easier as you get all the equipment together. So for 700 days in, I wouldn't be surprised if you can push all the way up to 1,000. At which point, then you've got all the achievements associated with the time, right? So then it's just, do you want to keep going? So all I'll say is, while you worry about doing something stupid, I feel that you can probably do it. You've made it 700, what's 300 more?
Ah, damn, that smarts.
Yeah, I knew the wolf was there. I was hoping, well, spooking him wasn't too bad.
Oh, that hurts.
Oh yes, the auto walk, walking off of things. I haven't made that mistake yet, but there's definitely places where I like always remind myself, this is a place where you don't auto walk, otherwise you can auto walk off into a death wall. Okay. So, let's see, what does the calendar say we're up to? Oh, no, actually, I've crossed 300 days. We are in 300 days. We're in 303. It's even with the oddity that you start on day 1 some portion into the day. We've definitely survived 300 days then. Are you saying auto walk has killed you 3 times? Yeah. If you use it a lot, I can see how it can kill you a lot. I tend to kill it I tend to use it in places where it probably can't kill me, so I haven't suffered it killing me yet, but I do know how it can, so that doesn't surprise me. Okay, so I got like 30 minutes to do some stuff while we're waiting here. Maintenance those. Don't really need it. Good maintenance you. You'd be actually a decent commitment to keeping us warm. So that's probably what we'll do, yeah. Oh yeah, I can see how leaving auto walk on while you go do something else is not the smartest idea. Generating some torches for
I need to drop
later. So we're a little overweight, but that was the whole point of that fire, was generate water and some torches. Grab some of the ruined ones while we're walking through here to get some sticks out of them.
Soon.
So it's maybe not late enough for us to sleep 10 hours and wake up in the sunlight, but we'll see. Okay, we had an aurora that night. And we did wake up early morning, okay.
That guy who drank his own pee doesn't seem so...
Windy early morning. Which isn't ideal, but we can work with it.
I might have to drop some gear.
Okay, how heavy do you want to be before I set out? Probably doesn't make sense to do a little bit of triage before we go out. Oh, I don't need as many stims on us. Drop some stims. We'll also go ahead and drop thing of oats. Oh, and painkillers can get dropped as well. Okay, that should be light enough for the trip. See if we can sneak out of the area without having to light a torch. Do I have the DLC? Yes, I do have the DLC. Otherwise, what I'm about to be doing would not be about to work, because the far territories, which is where we're going for the tails, is in the DLC. I think the trader was in the DLC as well. So the socks that I'm wearing are from the DLC. I think that's how you get hold of them, is trade with the trader. Oh, don't worry, I totally feel the proverbial caffeine source, whether it's coffee or tea or whatever, not kicking in. Fly over birds. Yeah, I bought the socks because I didn't know if they were better or worse than the woolen socks that I have. So I'm wearing the trader's socks, but they're exactly the same as the woolen socks I already had. Though they were fully maintenanced at the time, so they weren't the worst trades in the world. At some point I'm hoping to unlock the underpants from him. The thermal long johns. Because I've only been able to find... Well, I haven't found any, because we started with one. But I haven't been able to find a second one. So that would be a nice half-a-degree warm-up. Well, the tail number 3 takes us out to Sundered Pass. So I'm not necessarily heading out there for the camera because I didn't know where the camera was. That is something that I will probably, now that you brought it up, I'll probably look up where it is to make sure I do grab it before I leave. We don't stumble upon it. And I think the Last Horizon is actually telling us to go reach the weather station. So I think you're going to the weather station. I'm not sure where that is. I haven't been there before. I just know it is in Sundered Pass. I looked up just enough to know how to get to Sundered Pass.
Warming up again.
And then left most of it a mystery for myself. Okay, this is, in this weather, this is bright enough that I can see where I'm going, but we're going to go ahead and pull up the lantern so those who don't have their screen brightness turned up as high as I do can see where they're going, or see where we're going. You're saying it's probably easier to go via the K system in the airfield. Yeah, I know where that is. That wasn't the way I was going to attempt to go. I was going to attempt to go straight from the abandoned depot instead of going through the airfield. But if I can't find the rock climb out of the depot area, then that's probably where I will go. Because I know what cave system you're talking about. I have been through that cave system. We've seen the rope climb that we need to go up before. I wasn't ready to go up that rope climb because that was when we were doing tail number 1. So I had other things on my mind that were a little bit heavy at the time. So I'm going to take the rope climb here. If you're trying to save fatigue, it's probably easier to go the other path, which would just been really going down.
Freezing.
Or climbing down the other path. We're using the rope climb here because we got the fatigue. And I think it's a little bit quicker. It'll help us avoid wolves that sometimes spawn down here. So you're saying, yeah, that with a little bit of quick glances at maps, that does seem to be a way that we could go. Roughly to where I think the airfield is. In Twitch chat, it's saying when you leave the cave system that connects the airfield and zone contamination and Sundered Pass, via the Sundered Pass exit into Sundered Pass, it's like you take a left and follow the route there. You should get all the way up to the weather station. wouldn't be opposed to finding another piece of coal in here. We did burn one the previous day. If we don't, it's not the end of the world. Twitch chat's making a comment on how far the airfield was away. The airfield is such a long walk that they feel like it's SpongeBob was saying a few days later you get there. Yeah, I know that feeling. One reason why I'm thinking of taking the other way into Southern Pass instead of trying to go by the airfield, but... Is that a piece of coal I see? Yes. There's actually two. Okay, we'll take both of them out. Makes it a little overweight, but that'll be fine. It's probably cold out there. Do we want to warm up before we head off? Oh, and one thing I've been maybe forgetting to maintain. Bedroll. How long are you going to take to repair? That'll go swarm. Should probably pick up more cloth the next opportunity. Well, I hope you've been enjoying. This is being recorded locally to upload to YouTube, so if you want to catch later parts of the stream, feel free to hop over to the YouTube channel. The Twitch channel is willcall, and the YouTube channel is basically the same. It's willcall with 100 at the end, so willcall 100. Yeah, I hope you've been enjoying, and I hope you have good luck with whatever you end up running off to. So, yeah. This is one of the places I have run into wolves in here. Steely count them. We're high enough in condition, I think I'm just going to push through here. There is a cave up there we could duck into to warm up. I think these boxcars here, also one of them I think has... what, maybe didn't. These ones might. There's an interior to one of these boxcars you can get into. I don't remember if it's got a fire barrel in there or if you just have to set up a campfire. But you can, in theory, warm up in those boxcars as well. And there, we have recovered the ability to sprint. So if the weather turns real bad, we'll probably sprint the rest of the way to the abandoned depot. Okay, from this point out, I haven't really run into wolves before. So this just be a nice calm walk. It's going to be a calm walk where we probably get a little chilly, but that's probably fine. As I could check, if it is, it's probably sunny enough we can start a fire.
Cold is making my head feel thick.
And one stick and a piece of coal would not be the worst way. Yeah, if we can get a fire going, we'll use this campfire. Oops. Campfire going with just the sun. Oh, I forgot to do the inventory management check to see how many matches I have. I think I have like a whole kilogram of matches on me, which is more than I need.
That did it.
Yeah, yeah. I have way too many matches on us. Should leave some behind. We've got, so that's a kilogram of matches. That's a tenth, quarter. Rounds us up to about 32 and a half. No, 1.5, 1.6 kilograms of matches on us. Yeah, we could probably serve to lose a few matches, leaving them behind at the abandoned depot. We're going to pull a bunch of torches out of this fire, so I'm going to go ahead and disassemble the worst of our existing torches. Because we are, to get into Southern Pass, we are going to be doing a climb, so we need to be light enough to do the climb. So between leaving extra matches behind, because we don't need that many matches. We don't need nearly 240 matches. Probably good with like 60. 60 is probably good enough. We can leave the rest of the at the depot. So between leaving fuel behind, torches behind, and matches behind, we should be able to carry the rest into Southern Pass reasonably easy.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
To be fair, I think we only just got over carrying. Oh no, we're almost four torches over. Okay, we'll lose some torches as we're walking along here because we're gonna use the light of the torches to maneuver by. Of course, this portion of the far territories is a bunch of railroads. That actually goes and leads out into the zone of contamination if you roughly follow them. It's getting the zone contamination if you know that's where they go, fairly easy. At some point we'll want to go back there, even though it was a bit of a terrible zone. Because we haven't checked all the areas. We focus mainly on getting the quest done. And at some point it might be nice to map some of these areas better than we have. Okay, so from this part, until we get into this Sundered Pass, there will be no more wolves. Because I don't believe Transfer Pass here has any wolves. Okay, drop a torch, pick another one, or light another one up. I suppose technically here I don't need to be doing the torch relay. It is helping us be a little warm, but that's about it. I think it's the difference between 2 echelons down and 1. So it's making us go from like -11 to -9. So yeah, to get into the zone that I think we want to get into, I believe it is a climb. So there's maybe an argument that we should spend some time sleeping and recovering here. Because our fatigue is a little low. I think it will take at least a 1-hour snooze to get the character to recover some fatigue. And to put a save in here for the part break. Coming up on about the time where I should take a part break to go replace the cup of tea I have for keeping the voice well and functioning. So we'll use the vacant depo here as a good place to part break. Step on inside here. I think this is one of the places where they've got a visual glitch during the night. Doesn't always happen. But yeah, we'll do a little bit of multitasking here. We'll make some water while we sleep for a save. And then IRL, I'll go make a little bit of tea.
Come on. Come on.
So this is indoors, which is a place where it's gonna follow actual time, in-game time on the fireplace. So we're gonna overfuel it a little bit, even though we only want an hour in the fuel, so that our character can sleep for an hour, and we still have enough time to light a torch or whatever off of it. Okay, this is where I'm going to go and put the part break in. If you're watching YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow, because I'm going to try to record 2 more parts. The trip out here to the far territories has been faster than I had planned. We managed to get out here in 2 parts. I was expecting it to take 3. So we'll have 2 parts to wander blindly about the Southern Pass, assuming I can locate where it is in the next part. So if you're watching, well, if you're watching on YouTube, there should be a part up tomorrow. Well, whether it'll be part up the day after tomorrow will depend upon whether or not we survive the part that comes up tomorrow. And if you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. This is going to be sort of the midstream interlude where I go make a new cup of tea. I'll be back as soon as that cup of tea is made. So with that, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part. And bye for now.